Hi guys, today we are going to know about some more VF components and then controllers used in VF pages. So first one is here today, select list. So what is the Apex select list? It's used to add a field to display the list of values in the VF page. Let's see this example, how it works. So if you see here in this example, first after the page form component is included and then section header is included. So we include a select list component. So we included size as the one. So select option is used to select the options. So item label and item value is used here. Let's see how it will display using preview button. See, like this it will display. So we can select only one value using select list option. So if you use multi-select, so more than one options can be selected if it is true using control. See here two options are selected. So how to use multi-select? In select list component only we have to set attribute multi-select as true and size is equal to 3. If you set size is equal to 3, we can select more than one component at a time. Okay, let's go for the controllers. So what is controller? So this is the business layer in this architecture. So what needs to be performed when user invokes an event in VF page, it's controlled by a controller. Okay, so actually, so a Visualforce controller is a set of instructions that specify what happens when a user interacts with the components in the Visualforce. Okay, such as when your user clicks on button or a link, controller will works. So there are two types of controllers, standard, custom. So in standard controller there are two types again, standard controller and standard list controller. First let's see what is standard controller. So there are inbuilt controllers that are available for both standard and custom objects. So it provides the standard functionalities such as save, delete, cancel. Okay, so it is in the name of object name for standard object and as API name for custom objects. So VF page can also be associated with standard controller by using attribute standard controller in page component. See, like this in the page standard controller attribute can be used and in these quotations name of the object can be included, like this example. Okay, so if you want to include custom object in the standard controller, we can include that using API name. So how to refer the object field in standard controller page? This is the syntax. Object name dot field name. Before that exclamation mark should be used. So let's see this. Here account standard object is taken. Let's see this preview. So here page is associated with the standard object, that is account. See here accounts tab is displayed. If you want to display any information after this one, so after this question mark we have to display the any account ID in this one, then it will display the details. Let's take one account ID. So let's take this account. See here ID is generated now. Let's paste this. See, if you paste the ID after this one question mark after the query, then the details of the accounts will be displayed like this. See, for this account the data is displayed, name, phone and industry. So the page can be executed as below by referring this query string. Okay, so the standard controller has inbuilt getter method to get ID from the query string like this question mark and then field name is equal to, okay, and then display the values of the record ID under the context. So in real time the standard controller page is used to override the standard functionality such as view, edit, delete, etc. Okay, so it has inbuilt methods such as save, delete, cancel. Okay, let's see some more examples for this. So we already see this now. To run the above record ID must be given as input through the URL in form of query string. So this is over. Let's see some examples for output label. So output label means here we taken section header and the page block. Okay, let's see how it will be displayed. Okay, Let's refresh this. Okay, to display the text boxes, we can use this output label. See here, output label is kept between in page block section item. And then output label should be followed by apex input text. Okay, so if you include save any button, we can include any values here, and then we can save this. Okay, next one is let's see another example for this. See here, the fields are displayed associated with the account object. So in the previous one, the input text is not given, and in this example the input text is given as the value account.name and account.phone. Let's see how this will be displayed. So it is saving now. Okay, so input text, so apex colon form is used because the input components such as input field, input text, command button, etc. must be included inside the form component. Okay, so now let's see about what is the input text component. So it's used to get any input from the user. So like this, the value is displayed for the industry field in the account object. Next one is input field component. So it's used to get input for the Salesforce object. Okay, it brings attributes of the object field such as requiredness bar, quick list options, calendar dropdown, etc. So input field value also displayed same in the value as input text. So input field is used for Salesforce objects, and this one input text is used to get input from the user. Okay, both input text and input field would display the field label when it is used as a direct child inside the page block section. Okay, let's see this example for input field and input text. See, like this, the page block first one is taken as input text, and then here standard controller account is taken, standard object, and then next one is input field page block, and then next one is page block section with input text. Next one is page block section with input field. Let's see this, how it will be displayed. So what is the difference we'll observe when included page block section in input text and input field. See, here in the below two blocks, page block section is used, and then in the above one, page block section is not used. See, these are the differences between input text and input field. See, in the input field we can select any options which we want. So in industry, here if you observe, it is not displayed like this. So if you include any buttons, we can save directly any account. Okay. So here it's already given. So both input text and input field would display the field label when it is used as a direct child inside the page block section. So page block section should be used before the input text and input field. Okay. So next we'll create a page for standard controller page for opportunity object, and then display the below fields using input field. Okay, use page block section and display one column per row. Okay, we have to display these 4 fields of the opportunity. Okay, see like this, we have to display the fields in one column, and we have to include 2 buttons, command button, save and cancel. Okay, and we have to include a page block, and we have to include a section header, title and subtitle. Okay, let's do this. So first we have to take a standard controller as opportunity. So while including the name for the standard object, the first letter should be in the capital letters, otherwise it won't take. Okay, we get errors. So next we'll include form component in this. Next we'll include section header. Okay, we'll give the title. Okay, title and subtitle are included. So now we have to include another page block, and then before that input field components we have to include first button, save and cancel. Okay, Next we have to include page block buttons. So we have to include in this columns as one. Okay, so we'll keep the location. Okay, location as top. Next one, we'll use command buttons. Okay, so we'll include these two buttons in this page block buttons component. So command buttons are included now. Next we'll include input field components. Okay, so these four are to be displayed. So we'll take a page block section. So we'll take the columns as one, and then we'll include section item in this. So we'll include input field component. So we have to display the opportunity name. So how it will be displayed? Like this, in this slide, like this value. Okay, so let's take the title and this one collapsible. So I think here page block section item is not needed because we need to display only in single column, no? That's why it's not needed. So we'll take directly the input field component. So we have to include opportunity dot name. Like this will include remaining field components. So name, stage, amount, close date. So like this the field values are displayed. So let's see this. Let's save this first. Okay, let's see the opportunities field names. It's showing some error in the stage. Okay, the field name is stage name. Okay, it's saved now. Let's preview this. See, like this, if you can give the data, see, like this we can use the input field components directly. So if you link this save button to a method in this page, we can perform the save operation directly using this standard controller in the VF page. Okay, see, like this opportunity is displayed in this VF page. Let's take the another example. Okay, so in this example, let's take the collapsible as true, then the section will be collapsed if you keep it as a true in the collapsible attribute. See, we can hide this section, hide section basic details. See, okay, next we'll move on to the next example for the standard controller. Lead. See, let's see this another example for standard controller. Okay, in this one section header should be included, and then title and subtitles should be included, and then next one page block buttons could be included. Next one is under page block like basic details, 4 fields are to be displayed, display fields with standard label, and last one is company details. This one should be displayed with custom label. Okay, let's see this. So in this one, okay, first in page block location, okay, command button save and cancel displayed. Next one, we taken the input field values directly. Next one is company detail. So here it is asked to display as a custom label. Sorry. So in this one, so if you want to display field with standard label, we can use the input field component, and this one output label. Okay, output label, and then so we have to include output label component, and then we have to use the input field value. Let's save this and see what are the differences between these two page block sections. Okay, it is displayed like this. See, like this is our display. So I think this is kept as a collapsible section. These both are kept as a collapsible sections. Output label and input field. Okay. So let's move on to the next example. Display the values in the read only mode, output text and output field. Okay, so if you want to display the values in the read only mode, we can use output text and output field components. Okay, so let's take this example. So here in first page block, so 4 values are displayed regarding the account object, and then next in the next page block section, so in first block here output text is taken, next one output field is taken. Let's see what is the difference between these two components. Okay, let's take one account ID and then we'll display this. Okay, see here using query string we can display the data in the output text and output field. Let's take this only ID. This after the page name, so on question mark, and then ID is equal to see like this the data is displayed in the output text. See like this the data is displayed using output text and output field. Okay, See, if you observe in this XLA expiration date, the data at display is different regarding this both output text and output field. Okay, so let's move on to the next example of the standard controller. So here we have another exercise regarding the case. We have to display the details of a case record, and then we have to give the section header title as a details of case number, and then we have to display the 4 fields, that is case number, status, subject and reason, in the VF page. Okay, see here a standard controller is taken as a case, and then the page block is taken title, and page block section is taken. Okay, let's preview this. Okay, we'll take one ID. Okay, and then we'll display the data regarding case. Okay, let's take this. Okay. So let's paste this ID. After the question mark. So see, the case details are displayed now. Using the query string, we displayed the case number, status, subject and reason. Okay, like this we can use the standard controller to display the data, and then output field we can use for displaying the field data in the page block section. Let's see another example for the standard controller. So this is also the same as the case. Let's see how it will be displayed. See, like this, the account name, rating and industry can be displayed. First we'll save this. So we have to take the account ID, so it's already there. Let's take this account ID and we'll display the account data of name, rating, industry. Okay, like this the account data is displayed. Okay, so here using the standard controller, only single object, okay, single account data can be displayed. But what if you want to display more than one account data in a single page? So here comes the next one. So next type of the controller, that is standard list controller. So we'll see that in the next video. Okay, see you in the next video. Thank you.